What is something that makes you smile every time? When I'm out walking alone, I like to play a game in my head I call the coolness game. The game is that you're gonna have to find one cool thing about every person you come across and say it yourself. Hey, you're wearing a striped shirt, that's cool. Oh hey, and you're cool for riding a bike with a helmet. And look, groceries. You're cool for taking care of chores. For a bonus, at the end of the day or your walk, you can pick a ultra cool person, who is basically the person you think was the coolest of all the person you met. It's a very silly game, but it always manages to make me smile and lift my mood. The cool thing about you is that you play this game. I'm gonna start too. What a cool username. I'm going to play too. Nice to see some optimistic people in life. Yeah, I just realized I typically go around playing the exact opposite of this game. Finding something to judge about everyone I see. Look at this douchebag with his dumb hat. I should probably change the person I am. It's really cool that you actually want to change your negativity, though. Thank you. I wouldn't really call myself optimistic. I can be very anxious and negative about certain things, but this is just one way I try to deal with myself when I'm in a bad mood. That's great for two reasons. First, it puts you in a better mood and your overall demeanor is better. Second, if you're meeting someone, you can tell them the cool thing you thought about them as a compliment. Definitely going to start playing this. Thank you for sharing. I actually do the out loud version of this game. I feel compelled to tell strangers that I like their hat, or their funky socks, their beard, etc. Then somebody pointed out that it was weird to just talk to strangers like that. So now I kinda wonder if maybe I've become that weird person who strikes up random conversation at a crosswalk, and that I'm annoying people. But, I dunno, I love whenever anyone compliments anything about my appearance, so I don't really get how it's a bad thing, even if it does weird some people out. As a pretty average-ish looking dude, I can tell you I appreciate every little comment I get. I still remember the one time another random dude was just like nice scarf, while walking the opposite way down the sidewalk like 4 years ago. In 2014 a girl approached me in a shop and told me she loved my coat. It still makes me smile. Dude, in 2012 a girl told me I had nice eyes. Still riding that compliment. My insecurity would automatically assume he's being sarcastic and that my scarf is super ugly. But that's a cute dimple. Good appearance, my dude. I feel like dudes get complimented so rarely. You definitely hang on to those you get. Treasure them. This depends on the situation. If someone is just walking, minding their own business and you say it in a nice, non-creepy way, it's cool. But, if someone has earphones in or obviously preoccupied with a task, that's not cool. Hey, you're listening to music. That's really cool. It's weird as in not the normal thing to do, but not weird in a bad way. I love it when strangers compliment me or even just strike up a conversation when we are waiting in line. I'm usually either shy or slow and thinking of a conversation starter, but I do enjoy when other people do it. Even when I'm super tired and just kind of stare at them thinking of something to say. Keep on doing it. Probably brightens the day of most people, except maybe early in the morning. Just continue. I'd guess more people said thanks or smiled than complained. At least for me, getting a random compliment from a stranger can really make my day. In my opinion, those are the most genuine compliments. I think being that random stranger makes you really cool. Definitely a cool thing to do. I often think of a compliment for someone, but don't say it as I'm normally very shy. I wish I said them more often. Also, you can be sure that someone along the way was having a bad day and you saying something genuinely nice to them made them feel so much better about themselves. Please never stop doing this. You make so many people's days better. I have no filter when it comes to cute kids and dogs, and I find when people see you are genuine in your compliments they respond with friendliness and appreciation. I've spent a couple years being terrified of people. I'm working through it, and my current thing is forcing myself to do this. I've started really appreciating the surprised smile I get from randomly complimenting people. My brother-in-law did a talk last week and got handed a card by a really shy bloke. It's printed with "I like what you did there." It means he can compliment people but avoid his acute embarrassment at speaking to them. It's a great solution, I think. I'm that weirdo that randomly compliments people. Generally they seem to like it. Just try to not make it creepy. Say it in passing as you leave the bus and they stay in the bus or something like that. If you go separate ways immediately after, the creep factor goes way down. Also, be specific. No, dang girl, you're hot signals ulterior motives, but thing like, "By the way, I like your hat." Yes, I do too. Mostly I just compliment, and I'm on my way. I always feel a little bad when I say "excuse me" before telling them the cool thing about them. Sometimes they tense up hard, but when I stay to say the thing and they relax, and by the time I'm done they are smiling or confused. Same. I call it "see something, say something." And whenever I have a positive thought about someone I try to tell them. As long as it's an appropriate situation. Sweet boots, great hair day, new glasses, solid work on a project, anything to send a bit of positive energy. I means I talk to strangers a lot, but it's alright. Maybe it weirds some people out, but to others it can really brighten their day. I still remember the older gentleman who told me I looked very pretty on my way back to work from lunch one day. I was 6 months pregnant and struggling with terrible acne. I still don't know if he truly meant it. I mean, I don't see how he could have, but if not, why say anything at all? But that was the first time I'd felt good about myself in days. I still think about it years later. I do something similar. I'm a girl, and spent so much time as a young teen just judging the shit out of how people look, especially other girls. So about 8 years ago, I changed my mindset, and every time I see anyone, I find one thing about them I like. I also make sure not to compare myself to them too. That is, I don't say, "Oh, that skirt is so cute, I could never pull it off." I only say, "That skirt is so cute." End of thought. It makes me happy, and now it's so automatic, I hardly ever have a negative gut reaction to people I see. I super relate to this. I'm a girl, and was a super insecure and judgmental teenager. After I started finding the beauty in other people, I automatically started finding it in myself. That's really great. It's very nice to know you grew out of your old mindset. You're cool for recognizing a problem and making a change.